This man rushed into the hospital, clutching his pet in distress. He barely had time to speak before a woman behind him scoffed, "Seriously? Native pets in a hospital like this?" But the kind nurse at the desk softly said, "I'll call the doctor right away." Just then, another nurse said, "Why are you calling the doctor so soon? Let him complete the payment first." She shoved a long bill into the man's hand and insisted he pay up. Confused, the man muttered, "Why are there so many charges?" The kind nurse quickly stepped in and whispered, "Let me check this for you." Then turned to the other nurse and said this pet probably didn't need an x-ray as there was no sign of fractures. But the harsh nurse lashed out, "Just do your job. You're just an intern here. Don't act like you know everything." The doctor suddenly stepped out, and when the intern nurse said these procedures were unnecessary, he coldly asked, "Have all the procedures been done? How else will I know what's wrong without every test completed?" He turned to the man and added, "Don't be stingy with money and delay treatment." The man calmly replied, "I'll spend whatever it takes. Just save my pet." The doctor ordered the pet to be brought in immediately. Suddenly, the man's phone rang and it was his secretary. "Sir, the personal vet has arrived." But he said, "I'm already at the local hospital, just postpone the 20 million project meeting. I'll come after my pet's okay," and hung up. Inside, the same woman from before was sitting while the doctor smiled and said, "We found the heart your pet's been waiting for, and it matches perfectly, and it's in the dog that just came in," asked Money, saying it was the work of risks. Surprisingly, without hesitation, the woman said, "Do it. Money is no issue." The other nurse hesitated. "But doctor, the dog only has a mild inflammation. How can we take him to surgery?" Shockingly, the doctor coldly said, "Get him on the surgery table. Life or death is in our hands. Our word is final." But just then, the intern burst in and yelled, "He just has minor inflammation. This is too much. He's alive too." The doctor glared and snapped, "It's just a dog. Don't stand in the way of my money. And understand that your job and your brother's future are at stake, and think wisely about what you say next." Just then, the man entered and asked if the diagnosis had been done, and the doctor, with a serious face, said that the little creature had serious heart disease and that if not treated in time, he could not be saved. The man asked what the treatment was and also revealed that the previous doctor had not diagnosed the disease, and the doctor said it was difficult to find at a small hospital and all the results were here. How could it be fake? The surgery must be done immediately, and he gave the man a consent form to sign. The man was about to sign the paper while the intern nurse was still in dilemma and was thinking about the words the doctor said, but she couldn't hold the truth to herself for long and told the man not to sign the paper. The man looked at the nurse in shock and asked the reason, and the nurse showed him the medical report she had been holding for a long time and revealed that the medical report the man was looking at was fake and the one she was giving was the true one. The doctor stared at her and asked if she was crazy, but the intern nurse ignored him and continued, "Your pet has a serious illness and surgery was not required at all." And she exposed the doctor. The man, in anger, stood up and said, "I didn't expect this to be a fraud," and left. But just then, before he could leave the place, the woman from before came and stopped him, saying he couldn't go if he was taking his dog away, as her pet was ill. The man, in shock, said what did her pet's health have anything to do with him? But the woman said, "Oh, I forgot to pay you," and threw the money at the man's face and said this money was enough for a cheap local dog and that his dog was going to die anyhow. Just then, the doctor joined in, saying to sell his pet to the woman and make some money, and said, "I would do that if I were in your place." The man said that his pet was not for sale and that his value was more than the money. The intern nurse also added, "You just can't harm another's pet to save hers." But the doctor scolded her for speaking and said that the woman was a known and wealthy figure. The woman, in arrogance, revealed she was going to be tied up with a successful businessman and money was not a problem for her. The man revealed that he was the same person, but the woman insulted the man, saying he could never be the person she was talking about. Then the man called his secretary and said to cancel the project. Just then, the woman got a call and received a piece of unexpected news and started begging the man not to cancel the deal. Turns out the man was the same businessman. The man said, "You were already wrong when you ignored the life of another's pet to save yours and used your power to suppress people," and broke the tie between them. He then turned to the doctor and said that the doctor wasn't worthy of the dress he was wearing and asked how many innocent lives he had taken away and said that he would take the doctor to court. Later, the intern nurse gave the man some medicines and said to take good care of the pet and that he would be okay in a few days. Then the man offered her a job, asking if she would work with him as he was opening a hospital soon. The intern nurse agreed. Like and subscribe if you believe no life, no matter how small, should be treated as disposable. A pet isn't just an animal, it's a family, and in a world where money often overshadows morals, let's stand with those who choose compassion over profit, truth over silence, and justice over convenience. Let's raise voices for the voiceless because kindness isn't weakness, it's strength.